Hello. So let's continue with our website. So let's first see how our website looks like so far. So this is how the website looks like so far. So I would like to add one more button here for creating new movies, and we can then add movies to our website. Uh, to do that, we will need something called form. So let's see how those forms look like. So to do that, we will come here to the application viewer, and inside this app we will add a file, Python file, call it forms.py, and let's fill this file with what we need. So I'm gonna import few things we need. So from Django.forms, import the class form. Okay, and then let's start making the form. So class, our form is a class movie form, and it inherits from the class form that is defined by Django and by default. So then inside this form, what are the fields I want to have in my form? So title, the title of the movie is gonna be a char field with max length of 128, just like we had in the models. So it was 128 here for the title. So here I will import also char field. Okay, the next one I will need is a model choice field. So model choice field, and I will also need to import from models. I will import the model genre. So what this does here, I wanna the second field in my form, I want to be genre. Okay, and so it is a model choice field, and the query set is genre dot objects. So what is this? What does it mean? So our genre model, we go to the objects, that's our query set, and from those objects we want to have a model choice field, so to be able to choose one model, one like element from those objects, and that's is gonna be in this genre, in the second field genre. So you will see exactly what this means when we run the page. So after that, I will have rating. Is an integer field because rating is a number. So integer field, and here integer field, and the minimum value 1, and max value 10. Then we need a date field for the released year or the release date. Released, so it's going to be date field and no conditions on it. And then I need description, and that's going to be a char field again with the widget. So widget is like the control that the user sees. So I want this to be a text area, like this, and then required equals false. So it's not required. The user does not have to write it. And yeah, I need to import this text area from Django.forms. Okay, so now this is my form defined, very simple. You will see exactly what this means. So here in the views.py, I will come here. So I don't need this hello right now. This hello parameter. We can actually remove those. you will find them in the Git repository, like these old versions. So I don't need these ones. I can only keep the list view. So what I need is this. I need a class. I will call it movie create, and in that class it inherits from something called the form view. So the form view comes from here, form view. So form view, right? And then here we'll give it template name. We will define a template name form.html. So we haven't defined this template yet. And the form class, so what form are we going to use? Well, we are going to use this form we have defined here. So I would say from dot forms import movie form. Okay, and here I would put movie form. Okay, maybe we can clean our code a little. So let's come here, this hello and hello with parameter. I think we don't need them right now. I can just like remove these two paths, maybe. Yeah, I would remove them, and then I would remove them from the views also. I just like clean this file a little. I don't need all. You can find this like code in these two like views. You can find them in the old code or in the repository. So we have that. It's like the good thing about Git and GitHub. You find all the versions, the old versions of your code. So I just like keep now these two here. I will come to this file base.html, and in this base.html I don't need this hello anymore. I'm gonna replace it with add movie or new movie. Let's call it new movie. And here, instead of all this hello with parameter blah 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 blah, I'm gonna drs.py, going to define a new path. So path, and then what's this path? We're going to call it movie / create. Okay, why do I have / create? And then what view are we using? We're going to create movie, so I need to remove this. I don't need that, and then I'm gonna call movie create. So here movie create, this is like the view we need. It's a class, so I'm gonna use the function as view to get the view function, and then name, we're gonna call it movie create. So movie create. So let's see what this gives now. I will come back to view.py, and now actually to base.html, and here the URL I just want movie create. That's the URL I need, movie create. I don't need any URL encoding for this one. So let's see how this looks like now. If I run my page, I think it's already open. So just like reload this, reload. So now I have a new button here, new movie. So if I click on it, there is nothing because there is no forms.html yet. So we will fix that now. So the forms.html, I need to create it. It's inside this file, this folder. We're gonna call it inside the folder template. We're gonna create form. Okay, HTML file, and I'm gonna just remove all of this. So what do we need for the HTML file? So the first thing you need is to extend from the base.html. So the base.html we already defined, so we get everything, and then the navigation bar and that like area where we can write, and then inside the block content we're gonna have something's going on. So inside the block content, and then this is the end block. So I'm gonna try to type so you can understand as much as possible. So inside the block content we have a like form, Okay, so this is like the my form, and then the method here is going to be post. It's like the HTTP method, and then which means like we post something to the server from the client side to the server, which means like write something in the server. So it's like the main post write something in the database of the server, and then here there is like one Django magic called CSRF token. So what does this CSRF token do? So it means like it protects your like data in when you are using the website, so that someone who does not have the right to write in the database cannot do that. So if you have a user who can create for movies and the user who cannot, if you don't have this CSRF token, you have the risk that someone who cannot do that actually will be able to do it, or someone who should not do that will be able to do it. So this is just like a security thing to be taken into account. Like Django will not let you do these forms if you don't like define this CSRF token. It's called in English cross-site request forgery. So you can like check the course material to know more about it, but like just like short version is that it's a security functionality for the security of your website that is provided by Django. So after that, I'm gonna here say table. So I'm gonna put a table tag, and inside that table I'm going to put my form. So this form will come automatically from this view here, and it automatically take this movie form and send it as a form to this form.html file here. So after that we will need one input, which is the button of like validating the movie. So it's input. Okay, and then the type is submit. So it means we submit we submit like this information in the form to the server, so it can do whatever it want to do with it. Value, so what's written in the button, so I would say add movie, and then class, so this is like some CSS stuff. So class is button. It will give me like a blue button or something. So primary, so this is what like this class is like for the CSS, and so yeah, this is like the bootstrap CSS. So I hope you know what this is about. If not, you just like search it, but this is like just for the form of the button. So anyway, now I think we have all the pieces of the puzzle, so let's go and have a look at our website again. So if I do a new movie, you see, now I have a form. Let's try to add some movies. So what movies do we have here? Fight Club, Titanic. So I'm gonna put see, so the genre here, I have like this genre, so I'm gonna put maybe comedy, and then here there's this like really old movie called Airplane. Rating, I'm gonna give it like quite good, so 8. Released, it's quite old, so let's say 1972. I'm not sure about the exact date, 01 to 23. And then there was this player there, Sami Abdul Jabbar. He was also in that movie. So if I click on add movie, if everything is good, something went wrong. No URL to direct to provide a success URL. So this is not a big problem, and we're gonna fix that soon. So anyway, let's see if I come back to the beginning of the. Okay, it did not work, but we can fix that. So I think for the success URL, we'll just come here and say success URL, and then I want you to send me back to my first URL, so to here, to index. Okay, send me back to index. So we can go to the first page. Let's see what happens now. Let's do the same thing. Hopefully I will still get my information is still here. So let's try again to add movie. Okay, something is wrong. What's happening? The current page. Oh yeah, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me fix that. So I need to import something called resolve URL or resolve lazy, is it? Let me check, just 1 second. Yeah, reverse lazy, and it's from Django.url. So Django.urls from Django.urls import reverse lazy. So here I would say reverse lazy to index, reverse lazy to index. So which means that reverse me back to, just send me to the URL called index. So this reverse lazy will get me the URL that is associated to this, like to this one, index. So it will get me like the root part of the website plus nothing, so nothing after it. And let's try again. Okay, third time is a charm. Okay, very good. But for whatever reason I don't have it here because it's not saved. It does not save in the database yet. So we didn't do anything about saving the database, so that's why I don't have it here. But anyway, this is like the start of the form. So let me try to re-explain everything, and then we will stop this video. So when I click on a new movie, I get a form here, and this form is where did I get this form? So let's go through things one by one. So the new movie button here, I have defined it in this base.html file. This is the new movie. When I click on it, it sends me to the URL called movie create. So the URL movie create is this one, and it sends me to this class or like class view called movie create. So the class view movie create is this one here. It needs like a template name form.html, so that's where I got my form, like the HTML of the form, but it also needs the form class. So what am I gonna put in that form.html? So the form.html file here, it takes a form, but what is this form? What is it made of? So to know that, we get it from the form class movie form, and then the form class movie form is in this file forms.py. So movie form, as we defined here, it has a title. So that's what you see here, title, and then it has a genre, and this genre here is a choice from this genre object, so like a model choice field, and that's why we get here to choose from those existing genres in the database: thriller, horror, action, comedy, blah blah. And then it has a rating, which is an integer field with like values between 1 and 10, so you cannot put anything here more than less than 1 or more than 10. So I cannot go under 1, I cannot go above 10. If you try, you get an error. And then the released is a date field, so if you write something not a date, it will give you also an error. And then description, so release is a date field, description is a char field with a text area, which means it shows like the widget is a text area. So what the user will see a text area like here, exactly this is the widget text area, and it's blah blah blah. Come on, you can actually move it even sideways, can't you? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, and you can write in it, and it's not required, so you can leave it like empty, and the form will be still accepted. So if you fill the form, and now it said like please fill all these fields, I cannot send the form incorrect, like empty. So if I fill it again, let's say and now released, and then this one I can leave empty. If everything is good, success, then it means the form has been accepted and everything went successfully, and now it sent me back here. So why did it send me back here? Because I have defined in the views the success URL to be to reverse me back to this index URL. So the index URL is this one here, where there is no suffix after the root of the website. So that's why it sent me exactly to localhost 8000. So that's like the introduction to forms. We will see now how to work more with them. So let me repeat again. You want to use a form, you have to include the form in your view here, and in your view you get like from the form class you need a movie form, like some form we have defined, in this case movie form, and it's here we have defined in form.py. So we defined here the movie form, and then you have to render or like show that form inside the HTML file. So it's here, you define from everything, and here this is where you call that form to like inject into the HTML file. So that's that. Let's see in the next video where we do more work with these forms.